Milo was a chubby, fluffy orange cat with soft fur like freshly baked bread rolls and eyes the color of warm honey. He lived in a small town called Pawsville, nestled in a cozy brick house with his father, Mr. Whiskers, a lean, older tabby cat with silver stripes and kind eyes that always looked a little tired, but full of love. Mr. Whiskers wasn't just any father. He was a janitor at Pawsville University. Every day, he woke up before sunrise, packed his little lunch tin, and walked to the university with a broom over his shoulder and a twinkle in his eye. He worked long hours, sweeping hallways, cleaning lecture halls, and sometimes fixing old pipes with his worn-out tool belt jingling around his waist. But no matter how tired he was, Mr. Whiskers always came home in time to help Milo with his homework. "All right, my little genius," Mr. Whiskers would say, sitting beside Milo at the dining table, his work boots still muddy. "Let's tackle this algebra like it's a big ball of yarn." Milo would giggle, his tail swishing as he concentrated. "But Dad, yarn I can catch. These equations just chase me." "Then we chase back harder," Mr. Whiskers would grin, tapping Milo's nose. "You're gonna make it to that university one day. That's my dream." Milo didn't understand just how much his father was sacrificing until he grew older. Mr. Whiskers took double shifts, often skipped meals, and even sold his cherished old guitar just to pay for Milo's school books and tutoring. "Education is your wings," he'd always say, "and you, my boy, were born to fly." One rainy evening, Milo waited by the window, watching for the familiar flick of Mr. Whiskers' tail as he returned home. But the minutes turned to hours. Then came the phone call. There had been a car accident. Mr. Whiskers had been on his way home when a distracted driver lost control on the wet road. He didn't make it. The world turned quiet. Milo cried for days, his little paws clutching his father's worn work boots, his heart aching like it had been split in two. The house felt empty, cold, but he remembered something, his father's dream. And dreams, Mr. Whiskers once told him, don't die. They pass on. Every week, Milo visited his father's grave, a simple stone in a quiet garden under a tall tree. He brought flowers and his report cards. "I got an A in physics, Dad," he'd whisper, tail curled around his legs. "I hope I'm making you proud." Years passed. Milo studied hard, working part-time at the university library and helping younger kittens with their homework, just like his dad helped him. On the day he graduated with honors in engineering, he wore a tiny blue cap and gown, the tassel brushing against his whiskers as he walked across the stage. The next morning, he stood at Mr. Whiskers' grave in his cap, holding the diploma close to his chest. "I did it, Dad," Milo said softly, a tear slipping down his cheek. "You gave me wings." Soon, Milo got a job at Pawsville Tech Company, designing tiny robots to help elderly cats around the neighborhood. He framed his diploma and placed it next to a photo of Mr. Whiskers in their living room, where his father's gentle smile seemed to say, "I always knew you would." And though Milo missed him every day, he felt his father's pride in every success, because love like Mr. Whiskers's doesn't just vanish. It lives on in every dream that comes true.